So yes, I finally managed to make this video work and finally managed to get it done. So here is my trailer review, breakdown, analysis, whatever you want to call it, of the Arrow Sizzle trailer. Now the Arrow Sizzle trailer was released the other day and it's for the final 5 episodes of Arrow Season 5. So the final 5 episodes of the season, and boy was it a good trailer. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go through and pick out little pieces of information and break down what I think they mean and what I think it means for the rest of the season. But first, before we get into that, let's watch the trailer.
You won. It's over. What did I ever say that gave you that impression?
Chase has been in the wind for a week.
He's picking us off, one by one.
Who better than you knows the truth? That those closest to you are fated to suffer for your sins.
I put the hood on to right my father's wrongs. It was all based on Ojai.
Nothing ever really dies. It always echoes. You'll learn that soon enough.
I was willing to do whatever it takes to save the city, and that created him.
How'd you think you were gonna beat me, Oliver? We were trained by the same teacher.
We have unfinished business. Sister.
Unfortunately, I thought we were on the same side.
No, John, I'm on the side that's gonna put Chase away. I'm sorry.
Not that.
I already told you, Oliver, everyone that you care about suffers. Everyone.
Freeze, jerkwad! Sorry.
Oliver can't do this alone.
So the first key point here is that we see Yao Fei is back. Now this isn't the modern day, we can clearly see that this is the flashbacks due to Oliver's wig, that lovely luscious locks that Stephen Amell likes to put on when he plays Oliver in the flashbacks role. But who cares, Yao Fei is still back on the show and he's still going to be there, and I reckon this is going to be a reflection of Oliver. This is going to be a sort of thing that, you know, kind of similar to what they did with Shadow in Season 4, where it's going to allow him to remember something or have the motivation to do something he wasn't going to do previously. Next, we see a very confused and concerned looking Quentin Lance holding his gun up at a person about to shoot them. But who is that person? It is none other than the return of Black Siren. Now, Black Siren we knew was coming back this season, of course, Earth 2 Laurel Lance, and obviously we don't know what Earth 2 Laurel's connection with her father was like. So to see Earth 2 Laurel with her Earth 1 father, it's going to be an interesting dynamic and really cool to see how they're going to react with each other, especially when Quentin will probably end up falling apart while Laurel might play with him a bit. After that, we have more flashback stuff with the return of Dolph Lundgren's Konstantin Kobar. Now, Konstantin Kobar this season has been a pretty good villain. I mean, you have a massive action star like Dolph Lundgren playing your main villain, or at least the main villain for the flashbacks. That's a big thing. And I think Konstantin Kobar, although he's a little bit underdeveloped, I think he was still a pretty good villain. He's pretty menacing, and we knew he was still alive at the end of episode 17, Capuchin. So that's really cool that he's coming back, and we get to see what his sort of final revelation for Oliver's going to be in the flashbacks. Following that, we have a really interesting scene with Oliver fighting a bunch of security guards, and though this would look like a normal generic fight scene, if you analyze the scene closer, you can actually see someone else fighting alongside Oliver. Now, who is this mysterious person? Well, me along with loads of other YouTubers have decided this person is definitely Malcolm Merlyn. Now, we know Malcolm Merlyn is coming back for this season, and he is coming back for the final few episodes, so he's going to team up with Oliver, but we'll get more into that later. So what I mean by that, about talking about it later, is we see Oliver in the bunker firing something at none other than Malcolm Merlyn. So this shows that Malcolm Merlyn is definitely back, and we knew he was back, we knew he was coming back, and that's really cool. I'm a huge fan of Malcolm Merlyn, I love his character, and we could just see him sort of teaming up. Maybe he has a proposal for Oliver, and he's saying, if you do this for me, maybe I'll help you take down Prometheus. It'll be something along those lines, as Malcolm Merlyn is very much his own character, and he's very much of his own interests, as I mentioned in my video yesterday. Next, we see more of the dynamic between Quentin Lance and Black Siren, as we see Black Siren actually chaining Quentin inside of a container of sorts, and obviously the motivations here are completely unclear. We don't know why this is happening. There are a couple of theories out there. One is that she's just being a typical evil Black Siren, and maybe she doesn't get on with her father on Earth 2, and that's why she's done it. Or, a more likely theory, is that she has locked up Quentin Lance for his own safety in a sort of twisted sort of way to keep him safe from maybe Prometheus. Now, this is where the trailer got really exciting, as we see Nyssa Al Ghul return. Now, we haven't seen Nyssa this season, but she's finally coming back to take on her own sister, who is of course Talia Al Ghul. Now, Talia has been quite a big thing this season, especially in the flashbacks, and then it turns out she's been working with Adrian Chase to capture Oliver, to get him to, you know, sort of admit his wrongs for killing her father, and of course also killing Adrian's father. So it's quite cool to see Nyssa come back, and I can't wait to see a fight between the sisters, the two heirs to the demon. Then we see a few flashes of different characters on Leon Yu. Now, the first one we see is Evelyn Sharp. So she is coming back, and this doesn't really surprise me. So she's obviously going to be on Leon Yu with Prometheus and potentially Talia to try and take down Oliver. But I believe this will be the end of Evelyn. She definitely is going to die by the end of the season. She deserves to die. She's double-crossed Oliver twice. You know, she just deserves to go. And she wasn't really that great of a character. I was never really a big fan of her. Then we see the return of Miss Thea Queen, who's finally coming back to the show. She's also here on Leon Yu, but who is that character in the background? Now, a lot of people are saying it's Samantha Clayton, who is of course Oliver's ex-girlfriend, also the mother of Oliver's son William. Now, this is quite a plausible theory, you know, that does kind of work quite well. I don't know why she'd be on Leon Yu personally. Maybe Prometheus has got Oliver's son, I don't know. But it's cool to see Thea back as well. She's been very underutilized this season, so I don't know whether she'll pick up the Speedy mantle, but maybe she will, maybe she won't. Now, this scared me when I first saw this in the trailer. We see Oliver and Felicity getting very close here, but I believe this is exactly a scene from the episode, I think it's episode 20, which is going to revolve around the Olicity storyline and also the backstory as to why they broke up and what happened between season 4 and 5. So if that's what this is, then that's fine, I don't have a problem. I just thought Felicity might, or Olicity, sorry, might have been coming back for a couple seconds, but thinking about it more, I don't think it will. I don't think the writers be that stupid. Now, finally, we see the best scene in the trailer. We see Oliver go down into this bunker, which is, of course, the Argus bunker, which is underneath the grounds of Leon Yu. And he pulls out the Deathstroke mask. Now, this is the best thing ever. And then we see him go up to the cage of the prison, and we all know who's in there. Mr. Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. And he says, "Hey kid, I'm glad you came back." And this is just such a Deathstroke line. It works so well, and I can't wait to see him come to Leon Yu again. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of the trailer. I haven't really done a video this long before, or anything sort of this lengthy, but I've really enjoyed making it, and I'm glad the video came out as well as it did, because I really wanted to get this video out to you, and obviously this is kind of like my sort of gift to you before I sort of halt the video production for a while. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did, and I'll try and do more, perhaps trailer breakdowns. Maybe if there's one for The Flash, I'll try and do that. I don't think they will, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.